Okay, guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. Um, this is Worksheet 5-1, and I'm going to explain everything to you. All right, it should be easy for you because it's just about ratios and fractions and reducing fractions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, now it says express each ratio as a fraction in simplest form. All right, which basically, if you recall, just means you want to reduce the fraction. So here we go. So number one, we would just write 8 to 12, right? And then, so everybody know, we're going to write the whole step just for now, just to make sure. We're going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. So 8/12 reduces to 2/3. Now, I'm not going to do that for every problem because that's just something I would expect you to know. All right, we're just reducing the fractions. All right, so question number 2, here we go. It would be 42 to 28, all right? And then 42 and 28 is divisible by 7, so we can divide both of them by 7. So you have 6/4, and then you could reduce that by 2. And so that fraction written in simplest form is 3/2. Now I want to remind you guys, when you get further advanced in math, we don't write them as mixed fractions. We keep them as improper. In other words, I do not want you to write it as 1 1/2. So everybody with me on that? All right, we do not write as mixed fractions. We're always going to keep it as improper. All right? Continue on. Let's check out number 3 now. All right, so question number 3, we would just say 27 to 48. All right, and then we're going to divide by 3.
All right, so
So end up with 9/16.
So what I want to do,
all right, simple as that. All right, continue on. All right, 15 to 75. Now in this case, I would hope that you would know 15 goes into 75. All right, so we could divide by 15. All right, so that'd be 1/5. All right, but I do want to add this though. Let's just, for some reason, you didn't realize that it was divisible by 15, but you knew it was divisible by 5 because they both end in 5. That would be 3/15, and then you could divide by 3 again, which would make that 1/5. All right, again, very, very easy. You've been doing this for several years now, so this really should be an easy lesson for you. All right, let's check out number 5, 75 over 100. Now, you can reduce by 25, divide by 25, divide by 25, 3/4. All right, so next we have 6 out of 24 reduces to, we're going to divide by 6, so again 1/4. Now listen, I'm not expecting you to write out the divide by 6, divide by 6. At this stage, or at your grade level, you should be able to just look at that and tell me it's 1/4. I'm just doing that as a review. All right, in a few minutes I'm going to stop doing it. All right, now, for the next one, we have 42 over 7, which is just 42 divided by 7. But it says write it as a ratio, so we're going to keep it as 6/1. All right, leave it as 6/1.
yeah. So that's what
All
y
right,
is.
number 8,
Right? But the y-intercept happens
14 boys to 21 girls, divide by 7, divide by 7
So,
is equal to
so if we're gonna
2/3.
interpret what the
All right.
y-intercept is, right?
Question number
we have to
9,
interpret what the y-intercept is.
50
Y-intercept is
out of 125.
So 36. Is
Again, you should be able to see,
right? But
you could divide both those
the
by
y-intercept,
25.
let's think about it in math terms.
2
What is the y-intercept
out of 5. Remember, there are 5 quarters, $1.25. That's how I knew it was divisible by 25.
Yes.
All right,
It's the
9
starting point,
to
right?
24,
It's where the graph crosses the y-axis, right?
and
So it's
9
like
to
the initial
24
value of
reduces
y,
to
right? Or the value of
3/8.
y is 0, right? So
Number
this
11,
was the number of inches
we
a
have
typical apple tree
3
grows each year,
to
right?
15
So this
is equal to
it is inches, but it's how much it grows each
1/5.
year, right? But how much something grows or the rate at which something grows would actually be like a rate, right? And
So
a lot of
now
times the rate
we're going
is the slope,
30
right? But we
to
you just want something that is like the initial amount, right? This is the height of the
Now,
tree, so it's a when it is planted. But when it's planted,
in this case,
that's the
reason why I was kind of looking back
Yes,
was
it's
because I was
so
trying to
that's
see
why
if they
this
wanted us to
actually
convert
works,
feet
well,
to yards.
because when it's planted,
But I
that's in the very
don't
beginning,
think
right?
they
And
do.
then it grows,
I think
So
they just
that
want you
corresponds to our definition of y is this,
to
because
leave
y
it
is the initial value,
like
it has
that,
the height,
is 30 over
right? But
11.
it's not by
But
how
what we're
much
going to
it
do is,
increases by the rate.
we're going to go ahead,
It's just
because there's a
has that,
relationship,
right?
listen to me now,
So,
alright, because there's a relationship between feet and yards, we're going to go ahead and change it up, alright? And here's what I mean by that, alright? And I'm going to go back to 11 too, because I didn't realize they wanted you to convert gallons, because we know how many gallons there are in a quart, so we're going to go back and fix number 11, alright? And as we go through here, I'll just try to demonstrate the conversions if you have forgotten. But again, if you forget, you can look the information up. And as I always say, looking up the information is much more value than me just telling you what the answer is. But I would hope everybody remember that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Okay? So if you have, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. If you have 11 yards, and in each yard there is 3 feet, I would hope you could see that as then 11 yards is 33 feet. So basically, our ratio is 30 feet to 33 feet. And then, of course, now that can reduce by 3. So we can say that is 10 to 11. All right. So again, all right, very important. If you forgot, try to make yourself a mental note that 1 yard is to 3 feet. Just like back over here. All right, because there's a relationship between quarts and gallons, we're going to go ahead and fix this. All right, I'm not saying this is the wrong answer. I'm just saying there's a better answer. All right, and that better answer is for you to tell me that there are 4 quarts is equal to 1 gallon. All right, since there are 4 quarts to 1 gallon, and we have 3 gallons, each gallon contains 4 quarts. That means you have 3 times 4, or you have 12 quarts to what? 15 quarts. Then you just reduce, right? So we're going to divide by 3. So I think that would be the better answer is 4 to 5. Now, if you look back to the other problems, there is no way to convert from one to the other. Like a pencil and a pen and number 1, or rooms and windows, or cats and dogs. There isn't really a direct relationship between those measurements, so you just have to leave them alone. But when we have something like number 13 again now, we have inches and feet, and what I would want you to know is that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, right? So if you have 3 feet, that means you have what? 36 inches. And 18 inches, so we reduce that down to what? 1/2. All right, let's check out 14. Again, we say 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So if you have 1 yard, it's 3 feet to 1 foot, which is the same as 3 to 1. All right, 15. Now, again, here you would just simply have to know that there are 2 cups in 1 pint. Right? So one way of doing that is if I have 2 cups, I can just change that to what? 1 pint. So then it's 1 to 4. Alright, now notice if you came over here and said I have 4 pints, if you say if I have 4 pints, I have 8 cups, look what happens. It would be 2 cups to 8 cups, which still reduces to what? Same answer, 1 to 4. So it doesn't matter if you convert the cups to pints or pints to cups, it will always reduce down to the same fraction. Alright? Now, of course, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, so you would just say 12 seconds is to 60 seconds, which reduces to 1/5. Alright? Let's check out 17. Now again, it's a good review. I want everybody to know that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces, right? So if you have 3 pounds, that means you have 3 times 16 ounces, which is 48 ounces to 15 ounces, and we can divide by 3, so that becomes 16 to 5. All right. 18, ooh, now this one's a good one. Inches in a yard, right? So we said that there is, in 1 yard, there is 3 feet, but in 1 foot, there is 12 inches. So 1 yard is equal to, now think about it, if 1 yard is equal to 3 feet, and each foot has 12 inches, you should be able to tell me that 1 yard is the same as 36 inches. All right? So now I have 15 over. Now if I have 2 yards, that means I have 72 inches. All right, so now I can reduce by 3. So that'd be 5 over 24. All right, anybody have any questions? All right, now again, be real careful about knowing your measurements. I think in 7th grade, you should be able to tell me this. And I'm sure you know it, but if you forgot, you're just in reviewing it. All right? Now, there are, what? 1 quart. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. Okay? So if you have 1 pint and you have 4 quarts, you have 1 over 8, because 4 quarts would equal 8 pints. All right? So your answer is 1 to 8. All right, let's check out 20. Well, this one's kind of easy because you should know that 1 hour is what? 60 minutes. So then it would be 3 to 60, which is the same as 1 to 20. All right? Now let's take a look at ounces and pounds again. All right? Again, just to make sure, 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So if you have 2 pounds, you have 32 ounces. All right? So 8 to 32 reduces to 1/4. All right? And again, let me emphasize, the reason there is a conversion here is because there's a relationship between ounces and pounds. Okay? And you must know 1 pound is 16 ounces. All right? Now, I think we talked about this. 1 gallon has 4 quarts. So if you have 2 gallons, you have 8 quarts. So this ratio is an easy one, 7 to 8. All right? Again, 2 gallons, 1 gallon is to 4 quarts, 2 gallons is to 8 quarts. All right, now let's look at 23. Now, for 23, now, the next thing we want to look at is, this is the one that's a little unusual, so I wouldn't expect you to know it, but we would know that 1 cup has 8 ounces in it, okay? 1 cup has 8 ounces. So in this case, it would just be 6 to 8, which reduces to 3 to 4, all right? Again, this is the one that's a little bit different, so I want you to try to put that to your memory. 1 cup is to 8 ounces. All right. Now, again, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So if you have 2 feet, you have 24 inches is to 3 inches. If we divide that out, 8 to 1. Okay, guys. So I think that's a really good start. And again, I told you it's really simple. That didn't take us long to do. That took us about 15 minutes. All right, I want you doing a really good job. I want you to go back and double check and verify that you understand everything that we did. And then your homework, of course, is to do the next worksheet, 1 through 21, and then all of the ones, and let's look at this, from, just to make sure, everything from 11 to 20, there are units that you have to convert, right? For example, the pounds and the ounces, you have to convert those. Hours and minutes, All right. Now, I don't really mind if you use a calculator, right? But again, the numbers that are small, you don't want to use a calculator on that. All right. You're practicing your mental math. All right. This worksheet here has some higher numbers. All right. So it might be a little bit tougher to reduce, but you should use your calculator if you want to double check your work. All right. But again, remember, you're practicing reducing fractions. That's what you're doing. All right. So don't use your calculator the whole time. Don't use your calculator to reduce 2/4. All right. So again, I appreciate you guys being so good and listening to the video and getting your work done. If you get your work done early, you're not allowed to talk. What I want you to do is I want you to review all of the information, double check your work, and then quietly work on something else if you need to. All right? So again, looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.